Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are installing these brass gears in the GM truck. These are the height adjustment gears. GM put plastic in and the replacement is brass. Depending on what your setup is, you'll need one or two of these units. In my case, I'm only need one, but I can use two. You need to look under your seat to identify how many you need. In order to get this seat out, there's a whole bunch of loops you got to jump through, but you're going to need a couple of specialty sockets. This is going to be an E20, and this is going to be an E16. It's not like E isn't like you bought it online or anything. That's the socket. Look it up. You're also going to need a Torx bit of a T50. Plus, you'll need all kinds of miscellaneous screwdrivers, flat blades, so on and so forth, and a 15mm open-end wrench. Once you're into the seat and you're underneath it and you've accessed your up-down motors, we'll go forward with what I'm doing here. Starting here, I'm going to remove the 4 1/4-inch screws holding this together. Alright, once the 4 screws are removed, we're going to go ahead and try to take the cover off of this. You'll have to remove this little sleeve here, and we'll shift it to the side. As you can see, that exposes the old gear that's made of plastic and the old spur gear on the bottom. Alright, what we have here is the 2 gears, the old one and the new one on the bottom. Want to make sure you use the new brass one and not the old one. They will not work together. So make sure you use the correct supplied gears when going back together. Alright, at this point you want to cut off the old spur gear. As you can see, it's in there pretty good. So we're going to get it to a position and cut it with a Dremel. Just side by side of the old and the new. As you can see, the new one will slide on right where the old one is. Alright, now that we have this all knocked down, we want to test our spur gear just to make sure it fits. That fits really snug. That's going to be just perfect. So now I want to go ahead and apply some JB Weld to the mix. This JB Weld is what's going to hold that spur gear in place. This is a model 8265-S. You can get this Amazon, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, wherever you can get that. We're going to mix that together in a nice paste, and we're going to apply it on here before we put on our new spur gear. Alright, now if you look at the spur gear, you're going to see there's a little bit of a lip on it there. Not on this side, just on this side. You want to make sure that is facing the spirals, the threads on the adjusting shaft. There's a washer that has to go over that. This is the washer that's going to go over it, so make sure those edges are facing in there to hold this washer. Next, we want to apply our JB Weld. This should be very, very clean because you just removed that plastic that was on there, but if need be, clean it again. As you can see, I've put some on the inside. It's going to bunch up as you push this on there, and you'll need to clean off any remaining JB Weld. This ball is the bearing that this spins on, so make sure it's clean. You're only going to need 5/1000ths of the tip of this end exposed. That's where she should sit. Let it dry for 24 hours and we'll give it a test run. You want to install your lower spur gear. Notice that inside the spur gear it has square cuts. The shaft that goes in there is square cut, so make sure it slides in. At the top here goes this bearing. Make sure you stick it in there. It's what's going to keep it from falling out. Alright, for the many of you wondering, this is what it looks like if you did it from the bottom of the seat. You don't have to take off the top. You're going to do it from this angle. It's going to probably fight you a little bit, but you can get it done. So if you don't take off the top of the seat, you can still do it. Here's where you're going to be doing it at. Alright, next we'll go ahead and slide our other cover over, followed by installing the 4 screws we removed earlier. Okay, there you have it. That is the installation of the spur gear on the up-down motor for a GM Silverado and Tahoe truck. We'll install it in the vehicle, and we'll see how it operates once it's in the vehicle. After all, that's what really matters. You want to go ahead and test the operation of the new gear. If everything sounds good, then that completes the installation of your Gruven power seat gear. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.